Last video, I went over how to create a dashboard.py file and actually get a web server up and running. Today, we're going to be connecting that dashboard.py file to our actual bot, and we're going to learn how we can make advanced commands using it. Also, if you haven't joined my Discord server, please do. Link will be down below in the description. I'm trying to get to 1,000 members on that, so that'd be super cool if you could. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. So today we're going to be doing very minimal to our actual dashboard.py file, but instead we're going to go to our main.py and we're going to get started on this. So right above your client here, make sure you cannot do this in a cog, by the way, you have to do it in your main file. We're going to create a class, and this is going to be called myBot, and you can do commands.bot inside of here, and then we're going to initialize this by passing self, and then we're also going to pass in args and then co-args, so like so, and then into that super init, actually underscore init, and then once again pass in args and co-args, like so. Now that we created the class, we can actually get on with some of the things that we're going to have to do. So do self.ipc dot ipc equals ipc.server. Then do self, and then we're going to create a secret key. So secret underscore key, and make sure you remember this. I'm just going to call it join the Discord. So it should be looking like something like this. And up top in your exports here, if you haven't already, pass in IPC, like so. Then we're gonna add an asynchronous command saying async def on IPC underscore ready, pass in self, and we're gonna just print IPC is ready. Then we can do async, if I can type, async def on underscore IPC underscore error, and then self, and pass an endpoint and error so we know exactly where this is coming from. And then just we're going to print it out, so whenever we get an error, pass an endpoint and then raised error, like so. So on the off chance that we do get an error, it will actually put out saying something like this command raise this error, and I guess that would be an easy way to know where it came from. Then what we're gonna do is yet another function called async def on underscore ready. Once again pass in self, and this time we can just print ready. And here, over here in our variable, you want to change this front portion, I guess, to my bot, like so. So we'll just run this, and then all the way at the bottom, right above where your token's supposed to be, make sure you have nothing underneath it. Client.ipc.start, like that, and this is an actually capitalized, so like so. Okay, now that's it for our main.py. Now we're gonna create a whole nother file type, and you might gonna be a bit confused, but it's a .bat file. Most of my viewers use Windows, so and I do too, so I'm gonna be using a .bat file or bat file. If you use Mac or Linux, it's gonna be, I think, .sh. You're gonna have to, I think, search it up how you can do this, but essentially we're gonna create it. So after we run that file, it'll automatically run dashboard and .py for us. The reason this is because when you're gonna run the dashboard now, you're gonna have to first start up the IPC so it can actually grab the data from here. So we're just gonna call this run file.bat. like so. And over here, we're gonna do echo off to start it off, and then do start Python, and then leave that blank for now, and then do echo bot has started, and then do start Python, leave that blank again, and then do echo, and instead of bot has started running, dashboard has started running. And then lastly, what you're gonna do is start, and then pass in whatever URL web address you have put over here. So I'm gonna grab this, and don't add the callback, just like so. And actually, it doesn't have to be in quotes. Just like this should be fine, and then add a pause after, and it ends everything off. Now for what we're gonna put here is the actual path. So what you want to do is you want to find out whatever your bot file is, right? So this is my bot file, and that's what we're gonna run first. So right click it, and then over here just say copy path. Click copy path, and then paste it in here. And then what you're gonna do is highlight one of these, and then hold down Control D until it does all, and then just replace it with another slash, the forward slash instead of /, or else you're gonna get an error. We're gonna do the same thing with dashboard.py. Like so. And then we're done with the run file.bat. Now we're gonna finally connect up their dashboard to the main.py. The way we're gonna do this is basically by adding a variable right below here saying IPC client, or actually that one, like so. And then that will equal IPC dot client, and then secret key equals, and whatever secret key you put in here. So mine's join the Discord. So if I go over here, I just have to make sure it's the same, or else it will not work. And now that we've connected the IPC up, we can actually make some things. So in our dashboard here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually erase a bunch of this. So we're gonna create another variable called guild count, and that's gonna do await IPC client, and then dot request, and that's gonna send a request to the bot, and it's gonna get guild count. So get underscore guild underscore count. Make sure everything's proper like that, and then we can copy this, and we're gonna grab the same thing for the IDs. Get guild IDs, and then change this IDs like so. Now that we have that, we're gonna add a try statement, a try, and inside here, user guilds equals await discord dot fetch the underscore guilds. If that doesn't work, we can have accept. If I can spell accept, I think that's how I spelled it. That's wrong. It's actually spelled like that. Don't make the same mistake I did. And inside that, we can just have return await redirect URL underscore for, and then login. So it'll just redirect you to the login if you can't get that, but it should be able to. Then we're going to create an empty array called guilds. And then inside that, for guild in user guilds, if guild dot permissions dot, and what you can add any permissions you want. So we can do main underscore server. So if they have that permission, then we're gonna add guild dot class color green board, if guild.id in guild IDs else red border. This is just for CSS that we're going to do in the next video, because then that's when we're going to actually input this and make this all visible. There, so this will just for loop through every single guild here, and it will check if the user has the permission managed server. If they do, then it's going to add this to the array of guilds here. And what it's going to do is we can actually just we can sort this to guilds.sort key lambda, which is basically like a mini function. X equals x.class color equals red border, which I spelled border wrong. After that, we can just pass in the final parameters that we're going to be using next video, which is going to be guild count equals guild count, and then guild equals guild, and that's it. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. It was a fun one to make. There really isn't anything to show because nothing would actually pop up. We haven't done any front end work. Today was all back end. Next video will be front end. A lot of it will be front end. We're gonna do a lot of HTML CSS work. So if you haven't checked out my HTML CSS series, I highly suggest you do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Till next time, close to out. See ya.